In fact, all philosophical questions are reducible to the question of the relationship between the constant and the changeable. But in pre-Socratic philosophy, they were still very much subject of forthright discussion. So you can say that the identification of the changeable was a constant problem in pre-Socratic philosophy. Plato then considered remembering as the sure way to true knowledge, so as not to expose knowledge to dependence on sensory perception, that is, to the non-identical. And Aristotle's forms served as a guarantee for identifying the various within the framework of an unchanging order that produce all the changing phenomena of the world. And just as an illustrative example, we can mention the following fragment extracted from Aristotle's famous book called Metaphysics. And since that which moves and is moved is intermediate, there is something which moves without being moved, being eternal substance and actuality. Well, the fact that something is as such is the heart of the fundamental philosophical question. Why is there anything at all? As an answer, there are two intelligible hypotheses. First, the world has always existed. And secondly, the world has arisen. But where there is no origin, there is no question. So there is the real philosopher's stone, beyond which everything falls into the stream of Heraclitus, in which all crimes have to be paid for according to Anaximander. A negative view of changeability of the world is actually reflected in the very ancient Greek language. The ancient Greek word aitia united the English concepts of both cause and guilt, which apparently did not correspond to differentiated lingual concepts in ancient Greek. Interestingly, in this context is also that the Russian word должно, which means must, is cognate to the word долг, meaning debt. Well, the ancient Greeks were well aware that everything that crosses the sphere of self-identity entails a fatal, endless question, meaning from where or why. So when the Eleatic philosopher Parmenides and his disciple Zeno were faced with the fundamental inapplicability of the changeable in relation to the constant, they turned the all-decisive reality, which denying the changeable, allowed the identification of both concepts within the constant, which in turn provoked the following criticism from Bergson. Such is the most striking of two illusions we wish to examine. It consists in supposing that we can think the unstable by means of the stable, the moving by means of the immobile.